Soviet forces retreated or surrendered in several key areas today. Find out where on War Watch at 9.
Don't get too comfortable, Commander. Romanov still has plenty of fight left. Apparently the Soviets thought we wouldn't notice this research facility in the Yucatan. By these readings, we can see that they're trying to replicate Einstein's prism technology. Your destination is the ruined Mayan city of Tulum, near the Caribbean coast. We're paradropping a SEAL team to help you locate and destroy the facility. I think you're going to like these guys. Establishing battlefield control.
Welcome back, Commander. One quick word. Unfortunately, this video and the next one both had an audio desync because of my recording setup. Not sure exactly why. I think it's fixed now. So in case there's some wonkiness with what's being heard and seen, that's why. We finally get access to a new special unit, the Navy SEAL. Think of the Navy SEAL as basically Tanya, but as a guy.
Let's get it on. SEAL ready.
There's some interesting things about this mission. It's a lot shorter than one might imagine, and if you don't do things correctly, especially on hard difficulty, it's much longer than it probably should have to be. We'll get to see that fairly shortly, as evidenced by the length of the video itself.
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy? Let's get it on. SEAL ready.
As one might imagine from a copycat of Tanya, they're great against anything that isn't armor,
Reinforcements have arrived.
so they can take out just about any infantry relatively quickly, and can swim, and also have the ability to plant demo charges.
Vehicle ready.
Commander, the SEAL team has liberated a group of local freedom fighters. They were kind enough to give us the location of a Soviet research facility in exchange for the opportunity to fight by our side. I didn't think you'd mind.
You got it.
Unit lost.
Move out. Enemy guided. Can't do it.
So there's a few problems with this mission. The first is that as soon as you rescue these freedom fighters, you'll come under attack from numerous different Soviet groups. Most of them will include either Tesla troopers or dogs, and as we've seen, attack dogs in this game have that sort of invincibility for at least a few moments before they can be targeted. If you have a certain number of them, you can easily overwhelm infantry. It's kind of a bad time.
Air transport ready.
Now, the only thing I can really suggest is that, one, if you can grab the tech lab or the airfield, probably a good option, if only because you'll get free reinforcements. Sadly, don't do what I did, which is to have a Navy SEAL confused by the line of sight, never target the barrels that are supposed to destroy one of the flak trucks, and subsequently just die and give a free promotion. Now, you don't have to do this with the Navy SEALs because obviously you can run them around the opposite way. It's just kind of slower. At worst, you can always try to do the long route with your Nighthawk transport, but again, it just takes more time, so kind of up to you as to exactly how you want to proceed. But generally speaking, you want your tanks to get in through this hole in the base, have some Navy SEAls to defend your engineers, have your Rhino, or your, not your Rhino tanks, but your I'm blanking on for no reason. Have your tanks go in to take out the flak trucks, have your Navy SEALs to take out the infantry, and have your engineers to, one, grab the power plant, or at least one Tesla reactor, and to grab one of the prison towers. You'll see why shortly.
I got him.
Building captured.
How about it? Ready to bound forward.
So what if you had a defensive building that was absolutely broken and could kill everything in just almost one shot completely?
Get it on. Ready to move.
Grizzly tanks. Jesus. Yeah, you'll want to capture this building.
Get it on.
Now, sadly, I did have one mistake with employing these defensive structures, Namely that it takes just about one reactor per prism tower. So if you happen to capture, or if you happen to waste one of your extra engineers by taking the airport, well, you can kind of see how you'd be missing out on the Tesla reactor. And you can't sell the prison tower for reasons. Presumably it's because there's no cost, there's such a special unit that, or a special building that it's just not an option, but regardless of the hows and whys, the only way to truly fix it is, well, sacrificing a unit or two to blow up one of the structures. Generally speaking, though, if you've already used one on one of the sides, you can easily sacrifice it to repower the other one. Basically, your main focus should always, at least in this mission, should always be to destroy that war factory. Because regardless of if the AI is harvesting ore at all, it will constantly build flak trucks. And it kind of sucks because flak trucks are this specific counter to infantry. So if you lose your grizzly tanks, it's kind of a game over. I tried playing through it, it doesn't work.
Select target.
I guess unless you wanted to spend like 40 minutes gathering paratroops and then trying to rush flak trucks, it might work, but it doesn't really prevent the AI from rebuilding units, which is kind of an issue.
Seal ready. Go down.
Another issue, sadly, is that the mission requires you to destroy all structures as well, which includes the Gatling turrets, which, as one might expect, are really effective against infantry. You'll want to save your grizzly tanks for those as well.
Orders?
Basically, your grizzly tanks are kind of the heroes in this mission, despite their relative normalness as compared to the U.S. Navy SEALs, that is.
Unit promoted.
How about some action? Ready. On my way. How about some action? Enemy guided. I'm your man. Cover me. Yes, sir. Securing position. I'm going down. Command closing in.
Thankfully, though, the turrets are not exactly the smartest, so they should focus your tank if you have them go first.
Unit lost.
Orders.
Mission accomplished.